Mindset going into the interview builds momentum, and the interview is all about momentum. My experiences have taught me, all the good ones and the not so good ones, that walking into the interview room with my mind in a state of chaos results in chaos in the interview room and negative momentum. Bringing a state of calm confidence into the room builds positive momentum. Everyone is different and needs different things to avoid chaos and to bring that sense of calm. I strongly recommend you take several actions leading up to interview day when possible, and those include taking a test drive to the location exactly 1 week before the interview to gauge the drive. If this is not possible because you don't have a week's worth of notice, do it on any given day at the same time as your interview. I suggest an actual drive because it will help you with pacing and with ensuring that you get to the right place. I failed to do this test drive once. I drove it for the first time the day of the interview, and I ended up at the maintenance yard for the district office I was to interview with, and it was 5 minutes away from where I was supposed to be. This caused me anxiety, it increased my sense of chaos, and it led to negative momentum. Thankfully, I had built in an extra 20 minutes, and I was able to work through all of that. Please learn from my mistake. If it's not possible to do a test drive for some reason, use an app to estimate the drive time and then budget in at least 20 minutes of extra time. Next, I want you to select and try on your interview outfit at least 1 week ahead of time to ensure that it fits, that it's cleaned, it's ironed, and it's ready to go. If it doesn't do all of those things, you now have time to address those challenges. Finally, do all you can to make sure that you get a good night of sleep, at least the night before the interview. Doing these things gives you the best opportunity to be your best on interview day. Interview day is full of variables, and everyone is different. Is the interview in the morning? Is it midday or in the afternoon? You must determine how waiting time impacts you. Does it give you time to calm down and get your mind in that right place, or time to get anxious? With these variables in mind, I will give you some suggestions with the understanding that you will need to adapt them to meet your specific needs. If it works and is a viable option, I recommend taking the interview day off from work. For those who must go into work before the interview, please ensure that you have sufficient time to transition from work mode to interview mode. If at all possible, do not wear your interview clothes to work on interview day. This will ensure that your interview clothes are clean and ready to go. Give yourself time to leave work and change into your interview clothes and transition from work mode to interview mode. And I should add here that leaving work means leaving work. It means physically leaving and emotionally leaving. It means turning off notifications for work emails, texts, calls, etc. This needs to be your time to focus on you and the interview. It's your time to step away from that stress and chaos. I know many of you thinking that you cannot do that, but please hear me say that you can and you should. Okay, back to the transition from work mode to interview mode. The amount of time it takes to make this transition varies for everyone. Needing more time is not a sign of weakness. It shows self-awareness and the ability to do what is needed on this most important of days. Depending on the length of the drive, give extra time to get to the interview. I recommend arriving at least 10 minutes early for a drive of 30 minutes or less, and 20 minutes early for a drive of an hour or more. This reduces the likelihood of the drive causing stress, resulting in you bringing that stress into the interview. Additionally, arriving early gives you time to transition from drive mode to interview mode. It also gives you an opportunity to use the restroom and a mirror to see that everything is as it should be. Once you're ready to go, but no more than 5 minutes early, check in as directed, remembering to be kind, thoughtful, and respectful to everyone you encounter as you navigate the check-in process. We're going to talk more about that in the next short session. Taking these steps will increase your confidence. You know that everything that could be done has been done. You're ready. You have done the hard work.